welcome back to my channel. I am here to do a little get ready with me video. This is my first time doing a video like this. I am not a skin guru or anything like that, but I know that the older I get, the more important it is to take care of my skin because I ain't getting any younger. And the skin has been quite a struggle, but I did just wash my face, so I'm gonna just jump in and show you guys what I normally do with my skin, which this camera is intense. You can see every little mark on my face, which I guess is good for this. This is a derma roller. I am pretty into this little guy. So what I do after I shower, I will start to just roll my skin. And you don't have to press very hard. This one is, I can't remember the needle size, but it's like a mid-range. So it's not too small, but it's not too long. So I know that you can get a range of sizes. I think it's like 0.08 millimeter or something. I'm probably really off on that number, so don't quote me. But you just roll your skin, and the purpose of doing this is to open up your pores, because we're going to use some skincare products next, and you want them to be able to really get deep into your skin. This is supposed to help with scarring. So I mentioned that I used to struggle with skin issues. Most of that was the cystic acne that I got in this region, and it was so terrible. They were just so deep and painful, and nothing worked to really get rid of them. And when I started seeing a dermatologist here in Traverse City that was actually making I could see some definite changes in my skin, that's when I started to look into how to tackle the scars. And so this is supposed to be very helpful. And basically what it does is it injures the tissue enough to regenerate new tissue. So I think I'm saying that right, hopefully. But essentially your skin reacts to the needles, and so it wants to heal that damaged skin. So it repairs it by essentially hurting it. Okay, so I do my whole face. I do all the little delicate areas. When you first start doing this, it does not feel the best, but you do get used to it. And I really love this thing. I should do this way more often. When I first got it, I did it a few times a week, and then I kind of fell off. Seems like I get in a routine and I stick with some sort of regimen, and then I get a little laxed, and then I don't do it as I should. So I'd probably have way better skin if I just kept up with my routine. You do wash this with alcohol when you're done. I'm going to put it back though, as is. It comes in this little case. The next product is this serum. I get it on Amazon, but I just put it on my skin. I don't put it near my eyes, although I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but I use an eye cream, which Lord knows I need. Now this is Burt's Bees. This is actually a vitamin E oil. Some people might be afraid to put oil on their skin. I love coconut oil. I put it on everything. And lately vitamin E oil is very good for scarring and for your skin. So I put the teeniest amount, and I will just kind of tap that into my skin as well. Just kind of press it in. And I, of course, like to rub any excess products on my neck and my hands. Okay. Next, I will use, this is Soap and Glory. They sell this at Target. It is awesome. This is a Puffy Eye Attack Hydro Gel Turbo Boost. I just put a little, and the skin under your eyes is very delicate. I've always been pretty rough on my skin, which I'm sure has not done me any favors. And these bags are not designer, girl. And then this is a Revolution Nourish Boost, actually a CBD nourishing cream. I got this from Sephora. I really like it. And so I will just put a little of this on today. Extra, so I'll put that on my hands. And that is basically it. Okay. Next, we are going to move on to hair. And my hair is very thick. It's naturally got a little bit of wave to it. This is my absolute favorite product. It's a Shea Moisture silicone-free miracle leave-in treatment. The people, it's a 10, they make a really good one as well. Theirs is a lot more expensive. And I found this one, which of course it has like no mineral oil, no sulfates, no parabens, so it's really good for you. And I just ordered this on Amazon. I have found it at Target, but the last few times I went, I couldn't find it there. So I will spray this all over my hair when I get out of the shower. And it just helps kind of comb through it. It smells so good too. And I do use a wet comb, or like a comb in the shower, kind of a wide tooth comb. So after I condition my hair, I will brush it out while the conditioner's still in it, or while I'm rinsing it. And I just think it helps for after the shower when I'm brushing my hair, because my hair is very thick and kind of coarse. So this, it's a 10 product, is awesome. It's a smooth silkening balm. While I have you here though, my shirt is pretty awesome. I got it for my husband, but I like to steal his clothes, so it kind of works out. I'll have to link the site I got this shirt off of if anybody is interested in their stuff. Their products are super cute, all their clothing. Fun fact, I cut my own hair. Sorry to any hairdressers watching, I'm a hairdresser's worst nightmare. I haven't had a professional haircut in probably years now, but I like to keep my hair long. The last time I cut all my hair off was actually a couple years ago. I cut my hair to, basically it was a bob, which took a lot of guts, but I was like, you know what, I need a change, and I can get very impulsive at times, and I had my hair cutting scissors, and I was like, you know what, let's just do it, and I did it. And I felt like a kid again. You know, when you cut your Barbie's hair and you just keep cutting and cutting. And finally I'm like, I need to stop or I'm going to have no hair left and look like Angelica's Barbie doll. I'm also one of those people that doesn't really like to get their hair dyed. Because my hair is so coarse, hair dye is just really terrible for my hair. I did get highlights a handful of times in my life, and I like them. I really like to lighten my hair up around like the summertime, but it's just so much upkeep. My hair grows really fast, and I just don't have time, nor do I like to put money into that kind of thing. I just think it's, for me personally, just kind of a waste. I like to save my money for other things, like food. Food and my Amazon purchases. I think that's probably why I started cutting my own hair. I just felt like, what a waste. And this is no offense to hairstylists, because what you guys do is amazing. And I'm clearly not nearly remotely as talented as a hairstylist. I am not even close. Like I said, I'm probably a hairstylist's worst nightmare, because I know they don't like when their clients cut their hair or dye their own hair, and I'm guilty of doing both. I've bleached my own hair before. Those days are behind me, though. Trying to turn over a new leaf, guys. It's been a while since I've done anything wild to my hair like that. Once in a while, I'll pick up a dark box dye, just like my natural color, just to go over my grays, but my husband is encouraging me to embrace myself. If your husband doesn't encourage you to embrace yourself, you might want to take a look at that. Just kidding. But seriously, shout out to the husbands that make their wives feel good about themselves and the skin that they're in, because I'll tell you, this society that we live in really puts a lot of pressure on women to look a certain way, to follow this trend or that trend. And I love authentic people. I love authenticity. I like people who just embrace themselves. And it's a struggle, for sure. Especially because social media makes it so easy to compare yourself to everything and everyone else. And there's so many people selling things and, you know, so many trends to follow. It's kind of hard to be yourself and to just accept yourself as you are, as God created you, as God intended for you to be. And since my husband and I have really, you know, found our faith and been on this kind of faith journey, that's something that I have gotten more comfortable with, is just accepting myself and knowing that I don't have to look like this person or that person, or, you know, I think it's important to talk about. So if you're one of those people out there who struggles with your uniqueness or things that you feel are different, I really encourage you to just embrace it, because you may not know it, but those unique qualities about yourself are probably what make you beautiful, probably what other people see and wish they had. You always want what you don't have. So just be you. Also, being a mom to a daughter has really made me second guess the way I talk about myself and to myself. So after I had her, I felt just really self-conscious getting back into my old jeans or trying to fit into an outfit I used to wear or something, and realizing it might not fit me anymore. This might not look the way it used to. And I would kind of put myself down, or I would catch myself calling myself names or poking fun at myself. And I started to realize even the features that I don't love about myself, like I struggled loving my facial features, my chubby face, my chubby cheeks, my nose, this or that. Then I had a daughter, and I realized how detrimental that could be to have her grow up hearing me talk negatively about my looks. For one, because she looks just like me. I mean, she's a perfect mix of me and my husband, but she does have a lot of my features. And I would never want her to grow up feeling the way that I felt about myself, about some of my features. I have been wanting to do a live really bad, because sometimes I put out a video and I'm like, if people even care about some of the things I'm putting out there. or if they resonate with anybody. So if people would get on a live, it would be fun to have the interactions, and maybe people would have questions about certain things. But I have this like weird anxiety about going on live and just sitting there and nobody being there and me just talking to myself on a live. That would just be the worst. Not sure I'm ready to embark on that quite yet. But if that is something that people would be interested in, let me know, because it could be really cool. Jake and I have been talking about doing a video on our faith journey, like getting a little deeper into the nitty-gritty of it. I think there's this weird stigma behind diving into your faith that, you know, people think you're like hoity-toity now. People think that you're this person who is just no fun. And I mean, while in some cases that could be true to an extent, I mean, it depends on what your definition of fun is. But my husband and I have been on this sober journey for, we were just talking about it, it's been 18 months almost, which is pretty crazy because, you know, for me, alcohol was never something I was dependent on. It wasn't something I had to have. But a lot of our social aspects, our fun, our going out, all of that, I mean, celebrating, relaxing, kicking back, all of those moments, it seems like incorporated alcohol. And we live in a society today where it's so normalized and everybody does it. So it doesn't seem like an issue, or it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. But for some people it can be, aka me. Some people who just have never been able to figure out their tolerance level, or who just has hit or miss times with alcohol. That was me. Some days I could, you know, go out with friends and drink up and have a good time, and other times, look out. I was a whole different person. A lot of the mistakes that I made were because of alcohol. And I just think it's something that's not very normalized or talked about. And as of recently, I've seen that there are a lot of my friends or people who I know who have chose to cut alcohol out of their lives. And sadly, there's also been the opposite. I have seen family and friends who are struggling with alcohol and with addiction, and as a result, I know of a friend that has lost their life due to alcoholism, and I have another family member who is struggling and currently battling with health issues due to alcohol. And it's just very sad and very scary, and I'm so thankful that my husband and I were able to make the decision to cut it out of our lives. There are things that kind of led us to that point, and I hope to share a little more of that with you guys, because I really want to help other people with it, because it's something I struggled with for a long time, and I never liked to talk about it or admit it. It was just really embarrassing for me. I attribute it to the downfall of a relationship that I had for years. There was many reasons that relationship fell apart, but I think looking back and taking responsibility for my part of it, I think things happen for a reason, and I think that everything that we go through in life can be used as a lesson to empower you and to help other people. And so I don't have regrets necessarily, but it's something I think about often. There's a lot of people that I have hurt in the past because of my decisions, because of drinking. And I wish I could, you know, just go back and be a better person. But you can't, so you just move forward. and you be better for the next person. And I think that Jake and I were given this opportunity to do that for one another. And now I just want to be the best mother and the best wife and the best friend that I can be, and take all of the things I've learned, all the terrible things I've learned from my actions, and just do better. So I don't know, maybe we'll definitely do a live one of these days. Maybe we'll do a live after we come up with our video. And then if people have questions or, want to know more about anything, they can ask us. And if we're comfortable with it, we will answer. But Jake and I have a really similar story. We have a very similar past. We were both young when we had our children, kind of figuring ourselves out. We were both with somebody who knew us as like a teen. So we went through all of those really hard years with the person that we were with. And so for him and I, we were able to really relate to one another and relate to each other's pasts, which I think helped create a really strong relationship for him and I, because we knew what the other side looked like. We knew how much of a struggle each other's pasts were, and we didn't want that going forward with one another. Like we were done with that. We were done with the games and hurting one another, and I'm just thankful that we never had to go through that together. Now, mind you, we did go through things. Our first year of living together was tough. I was really struggling with being away from my family, and co-parenting was really hard. Making the drive back and forth to my son's dad, I had a lot of resentment in the fact that a lot of times I had to go alone because of his work schedule. And so, yeah, there were definitely things that we had to work through, but we did, and it definitely made us stronger, made our marriage stronger, and we learned how to communicate really well early on. So we are getting to the end. When I get to the very top of my head, I have to figure out which way I want my part. I normally wear a middle part, but every once in a blue moon, I'll get sick of my hair, and I will just cut bangs because I need a new look. I know that sounds scary, cutting bangs, but it's doable. It's very doable. Takes a little bit of practice. You can go on YouTube and learn how to do anything nowadays, I swear. Again, probably not advice you should be taking from me. Once again, I'm sorry. Hairdressers, listen to your hairdressers. Don't cut your own bangs. Forget everything I just said. Do not cut your own bangs, guys. Not unless you've already done it and you can trust yourself. But don't do it. Now, when I straighten my hair, I will try to, I'll do it, obviously, I will straighten my hair after it's been washed, and I will plan to wear my hair, or to go probably 3 days without washing it, because for me, it's so time consuming to actually do my hair, and my hair's, like I said, it's very thick, and so instead of just washing it right away, I like to get as much wear out of it as possible. Plus, day 3 hair just looks good, especially with the invention of dry shampoo. Get a good dry shampoo and you can go forever. I'm just kidding. Don't go forever. That would be really gross. But I would say about 3 days is my max. Especially being a mom, a mom to a baby. She is always pulling my hair, putting it in her mouth, puking on me, which gets in my hair. So I do have to keep that in mind as well. Okay, so this is the finished product of my straightened hair, but this is not usually where I stop. So because my hair is so straight and long, I feel like it's kind of boring like this. So I know that was a lot of work to straighten my hair just to curl it, but that's just what I do. So as you can see, this is a process for the amount of hair that I have, and that is why I try to get as much wear out of my hair once I actually do it as possible. Okay, so this is the finished product. I like the big curls because I kind of like it to look just kind of wavy, not like crazy curly, but it gives it just a little texture and volume. Now I'm just using Clinique. It's a foundation concealer. It's a little bit dark because I did get it in the summertime, and I am so pale because thanks COVID, I've been in my house a lot. So I just kind of put this all over my face. I will put on like a little bronzer, and it's almost out, which is sad. My makeup routine is super easy, not very impressive. Next, I'm gonna take, this is It brand. It's actually like it's a translucent powder, but it's called Bye Bye Pores. And I just put this all over. Okay. Now, I love ColourPop. I love their makeup. This is one of my favorite. Clearly, I don't wear a lot of like really heavy colors. I like purples on me and like brown, like nude colors. I also really like LEF brand. This is one of my favorite palettes from LEF. Like I said, I'm a drugstore makeup kind of girl. Once in a while I'll go to Sephora and get just something new and different, and yeah, but I'm very low maintenance when it comes to makeup anyways. Because my eyebrows are so thick, I really want to try laminating them so that they'll go up, because that is such a look. My eyebrows naturally just want to go down, so when I try to push them up, I don't know, it just does not look right. So if anybody has any tips or has had their eyebrows laminated, please let me know, because it's something I want to do. So right now I just have a foundation on, a little bronzer, a little bit of color in my brows, and I think I will do a little shadow. I keep forgetting what I need. I recently turned my top drawer of my dresser into like my makeup drawer, because it's right by the mirror behind me, and I'll just like stand there and like real quickly like throw my makeup on. I do not sit down and get ready like this. I'll sit and do my hair, which I'll listen to like YouTube videos or podcasts or whatever while I do my hair usually. That's what takes me the longest when it comes to getting ready. So this color that I love here is what I'm using on my eyes. And I put this just in my crease. I'll swirl it around in there. So I'll put that in my crease. I will take this highlighter. So this is like a palette that comes with like eyeshadow, highlighter, blush, and it does come with a matte lipstick, but I took it out. And I will just put the highlighter on my lid, and I take it to the corner. I use my finger for this part, and I just kind of blend it up into my crease. Nothing fancy. Do the same over here. But I will take one of my matte shadows that's kind of like a natural like cream color, light color, and I will use that. And I do need to use a different finger. I am all about finger application with makeup. It's better than a brush for me. Next, I will take this little guy. I'm going to do a winged liner. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm also not big on fake lashes because I'm not good at applying them, and to be honest, for me personally, I just like the natural look, unless it's like a big event, or maybe if I was getting pictures done or something, then I might want something a little bit more dramatic. But just for every day, I just like to keep it natural. This is Lash Love by Mary Kay. And the last thing is my lips. I love ColourPop lipstick. It's my favorite. I love Beeper. That is the color I normally will wear. I also have a NYX from their lingerie collection. This one is called Lace Detail, and so it's like a light pink, like a baby pink almost, kind of a nude. And I will actually layer this on top of it. Okay. And that is it. That is my look. Pretty simple, pretty easy, not a lot of work, and very inexpensive makeup, and you don't have to be a makeup guru to survive in the world that we live in. Makeup is awesome. Taking care of how you look is awesome, but if you don't have, you know, the $100 palette or the newest Kylie lip kit or this or that, it's okay. I promise. You're still beautiful. Even without it all, it's about what's inside, and God made you just perfect the way you are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little get ready with me. Bye.